Welcome to Jokakaka. I'm Jim.
I'm Sam.
And wow, it's another JoJolion chapter.
I know. Chapter
88.
The best kind of JoJolion chapter, a Jobin chapter.
A Jobin chapter. So yeah, today on this podcast, which we talk about the new JoJolion chapters when they come out. We also do a lot of other stuff, but whatever, blah blah blah.
Yep.
Also, quick note. This is one time I'll mention it right now, at least. If you're listening to us somewhere that you don't like, check out a different place, because we're on all these other podcasting sites. We got like iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, whatever's your best choice, go there.
Yes. So today we are talking about Chapter 88, Jojo Returns Part 2.
Hell yeah.
And he came and he went.
Pretty much.
He returned and there he went.
Pretty much.
So
I do want to say one thing. I did kind of get a feel like, oh, all of my theories about what Jojo was going to do are just dust in the wind, just completely gone.
Hey, Dr. Moo a couple chapters ago.
I know, yeah, that's a funny fucking reference. But so, no, I do actually want to bring something up later. About how I think I was right about something, but it was not ever clarified, so we'll never know.
But, so, yeah. As a title called Jojo Returned, it didn't last very long.
He was literally reintroduced in Chapter 86. So he barely was in a combined total of... He wasn't even in, 7 chapters total? Total, yeah, one thing I think is kind of funny, though, is how... we are introduced to him where he's drowning a woman in his bathtub, and then we see him dead, drowned in a pool.
So, which I do want to talk about that thing.
There's a lot to talk about. Let's do just general impressions first.
I loved it.
It was a very good chapter.
I was like, oh shit, the entire time.
It was really good, except it does do the thing that manga does all the time that I fucking hate. I guess we'll get to it in a bit, but it does the death fake out thing, and I'm so fucking done with death fake outs. It just pisses me off so much.
Especially after watching Part 5 anime where he just missed being shot to death every time and just
yeah, well there's only one time where Mista is oh, he's actually dead, but whatever.
I don't know. There's at least multiple fights where Mista is basically dead, and then Giorno will heal him when he's still basically a corpse. But
the thing that just pisses me off is it's the whole reason you do a death fake out is because you want, the shock. It's you have that moment of, oh my god, they actually fucking... Jobin destroyed his neck and his child's neck. But then the shock is completely gone, and, that whole feeling is gone when it didn't actually happen. And then every time it happens subsequently, I just trust those moments less and less.
Yeah, remember when Josuke resurrected Okuyatsu in Part 4? And, what was the Kira's son's... Remember he got blown up, and then Josuke literally put him back together and healed him completely after just being blown up. It was I guess he could heal that quick.
Sure.
He could reassemble him.
Sure.
So yeah. So let's just start out. So basically, we last off. Tsurugi has the mark. He's trying to rub off himself. And he gets forced through the window.
He's actually scratching his skin off too. I think Jobin says stop, you're bleeding.
You're not working. So he bashes he forces Tsurugi to bash his face with a phone. I'm Jesus.
This got so fucking graphic so quickly. And
he's not afraid to abuse a child.
I know. So also one thing I love is Araki has no scruples about showing this child just completely maimed and brutalized.
I mean, Children get fucked up a lot, like I said, when the...
In JoJo, yes.
Yeah.
Children are normally the one thing that media is always terrified to do. It's in every video game where you can't kill children.
And JoJo.
Yeah, JoJo is the one thing, there's some panels
I just said about Part 4, when the child got blown up and then just reassembled.
Yeah, poor Hato, or whatever his name was. There's some of these panels I'll show.
Emperor's life is suffering.
Poor Emperor. Another thing for people viewing on YouTube, which I think is a vast majority, I am going to be including screenshots. So take a look at the screen. We've shown some of those crazy fucking expressions that the poor boy has while he's jamming shards of glass into his face.
Yeah, after he has his face bashed in with his phone, where you see his teeth like all fucked up too.
I know, it's horrifying.
He gets thrown into the window afterwards too.
Yeah, I'm showing Sam.
It's
so
gross.
his fucking teeth look like they're shattered.
And then he like stabs his face with glass very slowly. It's just like 3 panels, and it goes like the glass slowly going deeper.
Okay, so here's something. I'm gonna go off a lot of tangents in this. I've already realized. One thing that I wanted to notice. I don't think I've heard anyone mention before. I think early in part 8, Araki had a bit of an issue with drawing expressions. Some of the times that he would draw expressions, especially like pained ones, they would look really janky. Mm-hmm. Janky's the only word I can think for it.
I can see the fear in Tsurugi's eye in
these look
panels.
So incredible. Some of the close-ups, and this is not to say like all the close-ups, there's like, specifically, I always think of the Born This Way fight. There's so many faces that Josuke makes that look really weird to me. Whatever. If you look at some of those expressions, you'll see. But in this chapter, there's so many like great pained expressions, especially later on with Ojiro when he's burning. His eyes like look so sunken in. I
have some notes in here about some of the expressions.
Oh yes, very good.
So yes, Jobin does stop him, but then Ojiro puts some mark on Jobin's hand because he's like creeping over the window, like I would. he's like Spider-Man, like stuck under the wall.
Okay, so I know I keep stopping, but here is my epic fan theory, my hashtag gamergirl fan theory.
Fun. He's holding onto a tentacle by fun.
No, I think it's just his legs are just holding him up. But so remember last time I said, I think Ojiro's stand has evolved. I think that's going to be a big thing. So, in the past, Fun has to activate when the user is directly above you, and you injure your hand. So here we see him simply touching. All he does is touch Jobin's hands with his nubby fingers. If you see,
it's very long.
His nubby fingers come down. So he is making direct skin contact.
Okay,
so I think I am right.
Unless he has a weird sharpness to his prosthetic finger.
He just has a little thumbtack tape to his fingers.
It's weird that he can make, if he doesn't touch, these are all prosthetic fingers, so he can somehow send this thing.
Well, no, that's why I'm saying his nubbies. You can tell that his nubs. He took the prosthetics off so that he could get a direct touch onto Jobin.
Very long stubs.
So that's why I think his stand did evolve. I don't think it's ever going to be confirmed.
Either that, or just Araki just didn't care and just made his stand change very slightly to what he needed to do. Like everything else in JoJo.
Because he could easily have just dropped a knife or something, but he specifically having him touch. Yeah, having him specifically touch with his nubs is so much more creepy, and I think that it makes the whole encounter so much better and more intimate.
So he makes Jobin start strangling Tsurugi.
Oh my god, it's horrible.
And he gives him a choice of you can strangle your son, push him into the glass, or give him the fruit and all this info. Yeah. So Jobin basically tells him that he had 3 days till the harvest is happening. Mm-hmm. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm so lucky. How lucky am I? Woohoo!
He's a big goober.
Yeah, he's the biggest goober, the biggest gremlin ever.
He's such more of a goober than I remember him being initially. So he's kind of an asshole initially.
He beats up a child. He has no hesitation.
No, I mean in the first part, or early party.
Yeah, his
first appearance.
I mean, he's just he's Squidward. He's tired of his neighbor.
He's Squidward. That's why he's murdering.
Yeah, he's
murdering
Squidward,
women.
If Squidward had a stand, he would murder everyone in Bikini Bottom. I'm just picturing SpongeBob as Gappy and then Patrick as Yasho.
That makes so much sense because they're pink. Okay, yes, Patrick's pink and SpongeBob has the gap in his teeth. It's perfect.
It's Squidward the annoying neighbor.
Yeah.
And
he also failed boating school.
Let's see. Send me that fan art. He asks. The other thing he asks him to show him Jobin's stand.
This is the coolest moment in all of Part 8 because there's kind of this theme that JoJo has adopted, especially in this current part, where Norisuke even said showing your stand is showing your butthole. It's showing your stand is showing your most intimate part of yourself to someone, and it's something that you should hide at all costs.
Unless it's your armor, then you kind of need it on the armor stands.
And of course, early part 3, people don't abide by this rule. They immediately pop their stands out,
or they're surprised of the stand being hidden and popping out the freaking doll from part 3. Mm-hmm. So Jobin shows Speed King, and Tsurugi shows his.
which is so clever.
So when you see like, I don't want to see your Tsurugi. Does he smack it? Because it looked like he like I couldn't tell if he looked like he was like smacking it or something.
I think he was just being a little bit of.
Because like there's like
it kind of looks like he does smack it actually.
Like the sound effect.
Yeah, there's a bashin.
I wasn't sure if that's like if he smacked it away because he's just Spider-Man. He's like hanging by there.
Yeah, it's really awkward.
Because I think I thought it only activated or it only worked when it touches you, right?
That's the thing. That's the fun thing about his stand.
Fun thing.
The fun thing about Tsurugi's stand is that the rules are very flexible. So that is a big thing. The touch is definitely something we have been confirmed.
Yeah.
But there's other times where I think like seeing it has also triggered because we didn't see. Okay, so
let's talk about the bullshit of
Paper Moon King.
Paper Moon King, yeah.
Let's actually talk about that later. Let's finish chapter first because
we'll get to that reveal. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, I have more to talk about that too.
So then he just shoves glass in. It like shoves like the window and like puts the glass like deeply in them, and then
this is such a horrifying setup that I wasn't even ready for.
Jobin's road like when he's just sitting there with like, gushing blood like a monsoon. It's like not even like he's like, oh, this is a lot of blood. No, that is like spewing in like.
It's horrifying
because like when the way he does like blood in like especially how dark it is, it's like
I love how like he always nails the spatter aspect of it. Like the way that it arcs and like hits things always looks so perfect.
And then they are killed? Quotation mark?
Yeah.
Question mark? Exclamation point?
So. Obviously, because we've read the chapter, we know that they're faking. And it's kind of fun to revisit the scene because we have a moment where Jobin seems to kind of realize something's up and he looks down and calmly says, like, Tsurugi. So he sees Tsurugi's like playing dead.
With the throat like bleeding, looking like it.
And so I think this is when he clues into
he gets into the
illusion. So he's like, okay, if Tsurugi is on the ground, then I should play dead as well. Which is like the panel where, like a gremlin, like a fucking monkey, this man creeps in on all fours. It's like the creepiest panel ever.
Another chapter came out. Jim messaged me about like how he's the thumbnail for the video, and I was like, I'm hoping you had a gremlin, either his gremlin like sit or his gremlin walk when he's like after he gets out of the taxi later on. I was hoping you wanted one of those two.
Yeah, that's such a powerful. I don't know. There's something so wonderful about this panel. Where he's like, you see the corpses in the foreground, and then
even when he gets inside, you have to stay above them.
Wow, I didn't even think about that. That's a really great catch.
So,
I mean, he probably assumes they're dead.
I mean, just in case.
But that's an awesome catch. I didn't even think about that. He's also so used to operating like a monkey, like a weird gremlin.
They'll surfer sand. So yeah, he gets the plant. He gets the phone. He knows the fruit was for Holly.
Yes, when I read this, I was like, Holly is literally the main villain. No joke, that's actually going to happen.
She's not the main villain.
That whole scene when he's like, blah, blah, this is a present from my late friend Kira. I was like, holy shit, we're actually going to tie this back to Holly being the actual main villain. I can't believe it.
Remember when they were at the hospital?
And then, of course, as we know, Ojiro just dies, like, literally 3 pages later, so... No, I guess Holly isn't going to get tied in.
Any ties to Holly or Kira again.
This is like the one lead that I was like, damn, this could like go places, and then no, Jobin's just like, no, this is a dead lead.
Because like he said, he knows it was for Holly, and you mentioned Kira. That maybe what's her name? The Love Deluxe. Carrera. I think maybe that's teasing. Maybe she'll come back in there since all these people are from the past are kind of coming back into this. Because kind of the main thing is like these people are all coming in now, and we have this fruit. Like something is up, kind of that we know we have to be alert now. So he sees Jobin wallet, which I love. He just like he sees it. He just zooms in on like the money. Like you just take the entire wallet. I was hoping he would just take the entire wallet. So Jobin's gonna be a little bit pissed after getting. He's just hoping just the money.
It is kind of funny that he only took the money. Like he only took the cash.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of funny. Also, as he's leaving, we see this awesome page of just him running away with fun over
on the roof.
Fun is just I love the design of this stand so much.
The stands are really cool and party, like the design of them. They all have that weird like they kind of the Grateful Dead kind of thing, but like where they're kind of like a lot of them stand on two arms, or like they're kind of just like half a.
I think I'm a Rock was like that too. I'm a Rock had like weird legs.
Even Doggy Style's like that.
Yeah, Doggy Style's. We need to see Doggy Style more because I still don't really know what he looks like.
We saw it once, and then it just basically just like, oh, it's just like a Part 7 ability of just being part of him.
Yeah,
it's like Mountain Tim way better.
It's like it's actually is kind of literally just a Hermit Purple.
It's Hermit Purple, and kind of like Mountain Tim, but better, not just one piece of rope
and your whole like limb. I love the Mountain Tim though. Mountain Tim is my boy.
It just doesn't even say like oh, what cool ability that I get? I can shoot my fingernails. Like I can go in different dimensions. I can separate my body with a rope. I can turn into a dinosaur and infect everything.
I can turn things into non-organic dinosaurs. What does that even mean?
I got meat spray. At least I can do
meat spray is one of the most like evolved stands.
It's a multi-tool.
That thing fucking goes places.
Tim got a rope.
Just think of how he could have evolved his stand if he hadn't been bobbed out.
Did this stand have a name, or did we forget it? Or just
not important? Is it Oh Lonesome Me?
I think so.
I'll look it up really quick.
It's just like a Lonesome Me Requiem. Which is a longer piece of rope.
It's a very long rope.
You can make a lasso out of his hand, that's it.
Yeah. Oh damn, I wish Mountain Tim was real.
It's a rope, but we lasso you, it resets you to 0.
Dude, I'm a fucking genius. It's called Oh Lonesome Me.
Good.
I'm a fucking...
A perfect name for a cowboy stand that's just a piece of rope.
I'm a literal Jojo brony, guys. You cannot stop me.
Congrats. So back to the chapter.
Yeah, so... Ojiro had that awesome shot where he ran away with fun.
We also said he's so glad to know Kira.
Aww. Yeah, that's the other thing too. Like he's beyond Stockholm syndrome. Like he thinks Akira is like a good influence on him,
good friend.
Kira's literally the reason why he dies. Like,
he's the reason he had an existential crisis and chewed his fingernails off.
More than his fingernails, chewed like down to the
fingers.
What is it? I think he said the second joint. So like.
I don't know. His stubs look pretty long in like that in the chapter, though.
Well, he is a surfer.
Yeah, that makes sense. So Ojiro was like in the I love him in the taxi where he's like berating like the taxi driver.
This gave me anxiety. This actually gave me anxiety of thinking about being like a taxi driver and having to deal with a monster gremlin in the backseat.
I listened to a podcast that told the story like an Uber driver, like these drunk guys called him an Uber driver so they could take an injured bird that fell out of a tree to a veterinarian. And so the Uber driver did, because he was getting paid still, but like just like these stupid like Uber drivers have to get like these shitty customers, and just like Ojiro just like putting money on your face and like yelling at you like.
Okay, so yeah, it looks like he does the sticky thing again, where he like sticks the money on the guy's face.
He put it on his nose. When he goes to leave, he puts it on his nose and then.
Yeah, it looks like he remember in the last chapter he did the thing that I was like, oh my god, this is his stand evolve, where he threw the gum really hard and then put the bag.
No, just him being a gremlin. He
did the same thing. He did it again.
Just his gremlin ability.
He stuck it on his nose.
And then my favorite, like him walking away with like a gremlin. It's like I love that so much.
He just is. I love Ojiro. I'm so sad he's dead.
But during all this, he's getting very hot.
So yeah, he initially says, "I'm very, very hot. Turn the AC up." Blah blah blah. We see that. The area where the money was on his person, he says that it's turned like red. Like it's so hot that it's literally burning his skin.
Which I'm excited to see this colored this chapter because I want to see what like the hot stuff kind of looks like compared to this. And there's also like there's one part where he shows that you have the money that you see kind of like a saliva come from his mouth from the bill, so you kind of can see where he like licked it or.
Yeah, no, what he did, he like puts his thumb in his mouth.
That's right. Yeah.
For whatever reason. Oh, because he bites his fingers.
Yes.
So he's like nervous because he's really hot, so he starts to bite his fingers again, and that causes the
fingers start bubbling.
The heat transfer.
Yeah, the fingers start fighting, the money burns to his chest, the tongue bubbles, and you see Speed King in, like, the bubbles. It's kind of like how, remember Killer Queen when Bites the Dust, like, appeared in the eye?
Yeah, I saw someone made that comparison too. I was like, whoa, holy shit.
I love that.
When I first read this chapter, the first thing I thought was, oh, it's Killer Queen.
It's an asshole stand.
It's literally Killer Queen.
It's a goofy-looking stand with a hat, like, appearing in bubble form.
I feel like he's gotta have a different form. Like, Speed King looks too fucking weird.
When he drove the car.
When he drove the car, yeah. Just Speed King driving the car is also the greatest thing ever. What if that was his true stand ability? His car driving.
He's the ultimate carjacking. So, I'm thinking, like, I'm kind of going back, and, like, if you go back and look at, like, Speed King chapters and see if the ability kind of lines up to what it does.
So, the other times that I was able to think of were when he is dueling Josuke, and he ends up raising the heat of the room to melt the glue that's holding his Josuke's Beatles wax, the wax horn.
I need to reread that Beetle chapter. It's been way too long.
So with that, it seemed like he actually raised the room temperature.
Not just like...
I remember he like specifically focused on like the thermometer or something to raise it.
You just made him think the room was getting hotter.
Yeah, he tricked this dumb beetle.
He tricked the dumb beetle.
This stupid beetle. And then the other time, forgive me, someone in the chat, please correct me if this isn't the only time, when he sneaks up on Yasuho during the...
I forgot he gives her, like, basically...
He gave her a brain aneurysm.
Yeah.
He literally gave her a brain aneurysm.
It's so fucked up.
So, with that, I have to... You need to beg the question, how did the heat get there? I guess technically stands can travel through people, right? Stands are intangible.
Yeah, I mean, because remember it was Grateful Dead, he had the mist that could age people with the body temperature, but he also could just touch people and amplify it like way more. So it's probably just like a thing like that.
That's a good point. Yeah, so because I think he does touch her head.
Yeah, he gets way more precision with touching, but like he can like leave a trace of it and then eventually pick it up from there.
Which is like, this is such a fucking crazy ability.
It's assassination team kind of stand.
Yeah, it's literally just Killer Queen except more brutal.
Which
more messy, I should say.
Yeah, so he leaves the plane on the steps and falls down the steps burning, and it's just gruesome, like, face melting. So, yeah, we cut back to Jobin and Tsurugi, and they're okay.
Yeah, they're fine.
It was all an illusion.
There's literally, like, a speck of glass that is, like, attached to his... It's not even... Didn't even cut him.
It's like somebody had tweezers, so you can take them off. Like,
hell yeah. Just a little tweeze.
Little tweeze. I mean, they'll be fine. They'll be looking beautiful tomorrow anyway.
Sure,
have JoJo's heels.
Yeah, full heel. Everyone just gets full heals constantly, except Ojiro.
Everybody gets, like, fucked up in part 8, but there's, like, no healers. Like, there's no notable healers.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so let's talk about... So, Paper Moon King can just create these full-on illusions, like, make it, like, blood was on the ground, more glass was on the ground. Like, I guess if Ojiro went to the blood and, like, touched it, or looked at the blood, would he, like, notice it was, like...
I'm not entirely sure.
Not there? Would he think it'd be real?
I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so here's where we need to start breaking things down. Even though this is literally just a manga.
Kind of Paper Moon King can it can mess with your eyes and mess with your ears. Like maybe it just goes with all senses, so he would just make them think he was touching it.
But so, how did? I guess we could just say that because Jobin is aware that Paper Moon King was used without Tsurugi even saying anything. Yeah,
well, he saw when he revealed his stand next to his, because he probably heard him say, "It's not your Tsurugi," and maybe he smacked it. We don't know if he did that.
I'm pretty sure. I think we're supposed to imply that he did smack it. But so, Jobin was able to deduce that Paper Moon King not only was active, but also used an ability to make an illusion. But if he didn't touch it, then he wouldn't have seen the illusion. Yeah. So he wouldn't have seen the thing that happened that Ojiro saw. So I'm wondering if that confirms that Paper Moon King can just affect everyone's vision that sees it.
A lot of people were saying it went on its own, and like how he's like been losing control and Stan lost control, and they did it protected him and I guess his dad because that's what he wants.
I don't buy that.
I don't know.
Well, okay, so that's the other thing I wanted to mention. So, in the last chapter, we saw 2 instances of Tsurugi seemingly... Paper Moon King is, like, working on its own. And those times, I don't remember... So, okay, the baby touches it, and then it falls into the pond. The mom doesn't realize until... But
it's in
the baby... Though. Sorry, the baby almost touches, the mom touched it. The baby fell. She didn't notice the baby. But the baby fell in the pond.
Then she did.
Until she fucking did. The other time was Ojiro approaching Tsurugi, and then it was almost like time skipped because he didn't realize he was as close to the edge as he was.
Yeah, maybe his perception was him walking to him, and then once it clicked off, it was him being over the mountain, or like maybe falling kind of and like knocked his senses back in. Yeah,
so either A, these illusions that he's creating are... Well, okay, though, one thing, the illusions must be really, really powerful and very convincing.
Yes.
2, I don't remember seeing Ojiro step on it in that instance. He did touch it here, at least we can assume. But I don't think that he touched... We never saw him, like, step on it or touch...
Unless touching Tsurugi also can activate it.
That's true. Because he did reach for Tsurugi.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But yeah, so he asks what's gonna happen to the family. Then he's this really like sad Jobin face. Like
It's gorgeous. The light screen tones that Araki uses.
Like he looks so like kind of distraught. Like doesn't really know.
Yeah, this is like Jobin has become my favorite character.
He is the JoJo.
Jobin is literally like these chapters just cemented his determination is so is so good. His resolve is like perfect. He's just fucking cool. I can't believe he was introduced so late.
I know.
It's so weird to think how late.
You look at his like first design, like in the background of like family shots, and it's like so weird.
Yeah.
So he just like knows that everything's gonna happen now. Like, he knows he's gonna put the plant down somewhere close. And our only path is to move forward. His quote. And then, because, he's even doing that stick.
Yeah, that's kind of his thing.
So he calls Ojiro trash, but he came from nowhere. Which is fucking
funny.
But he basically came from nowhere, and that's the real danger, is that this person came out of literally nowhere.
So that opens up what you were saying, where it's like, oh, could we be getting some older people coming back into the fold?
He already had too many people in this cast that he kind of needs to reuse some of the old ones, so maybe we'll get Love Deluxe. Maybe
that'd be cool.
Kaito will show up. Kaito, whatever you go by.
Which one?
Mama.
Oh, yeah. Always forget her name. Kato. Because there's Hato and Kato.
bring back the maid.
Kato. Yeah, and Kyo.
And then she can get brutally murdered by Jobin.
That'd be fucking cool. I'd be okay with that. Just give me more Jobin chapters, Araki.
So, yeah, then we come back to... I forgot her name. I had to look back. I thought it was like Hazel something, but it was Macaroon.
Macaroon.
I think it was a nut. I thought like Hazelnut? Nah. And I looked back, it was like Macaroon.
Oh, I was wondering why. Okay, first off, macarons and hazelnuts are very different.
I knew it was a nut. I know which one it was. I think, was it?
Macarons are like cookies.
Are they cookies?
Yes.
That's right, they are.
They're those like sandwich cookies.
I think it's like... I don't know.
I think of macadamia.
Yeah, I think of macadamian.
Oh, silly Sam.
Hey, Rocky has all these food names, man. Too many. So, she comes home with her daughter. He's the one that goes to school with Tsurugi. And
yes, I forget her name.
Who cares?
Literally, who cares?
Who cares? I don't think she has it. If she has a name, who cares? She's not gonna get a slot in the JoJo wiki yet. Other than just like daughter, like didn't see her mother fall in pool.
Yeah,
too busy playing Angry Birds or some shit.
Yes, a very topical reference.
I don't know what's the top mobile game right now.
Candy Crush? I don't know.
No, Candy Crush is
no Candy Crush. Well, okay, she's too young for that.
Clash of
TikTok.
Clans.
She's on TikTok. I guess. She's making a funny Tiktok about her mom drowning in a pool.
No, she's doing the age face app.
There we go.
This is gonna date the video.
Very, very topical. Good job, Sam. You get 10 points.
Oh, thank you. So they call or they hear
they hear the phone ringing.
It's his phone. It's Ojiro's phone, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So here on the terrace, and there's no sign of him, but it's by the pool. And Macaron answers and talks to Jobin. So first off, Jobin get this just. I want to know this whole thing. How did Jobin know? Did he just go to his corpse and then bring it back home, or did he go there first, make sure the phone was there? How did he get the phone number?
So here's
he knows it's Ojiro, but where did he get the phone number from?
Here's my fan theory. So Jobin, we see him retrieving the plant. So I think that Jobin just literally, I think he made it all the way back to the apartment complex, and then Jobin just like followed him because sand magic, whatever. And then he used Speed King on the phone and then placed the phone there.
Yes, so.
Because otherwise, like, I don't see why.
I mean, you just mentioned the battery and everything, but like, it's it's just this complete like saw trap he made.
It is pretty much like a saw trap. I don't see any other way than Ojiro leading Jobin directly there himself.
Yes, look for a man that's burning,
screaming and burning,
and, like, melting,
smells like burning trash.
So he figured out she was getting the info about, everything that got taken pictures of. Also, not a stand user. Yes, he figures she's not a stand user. He gives us the 101 of heat flows where the temperature is higher to where it's lower. Speed King can store heat and its temperature in one place. So he said he put it in the money, the battery, the fingertips, the ears. When touched, it starts flowing. So basically, just touching where he stored this heat would just activate it. Yeah, I love that he's literally describing, like, the path that he's taking the heat right now. So, like, he's going from the battery into her fingertips, into her ear. That's horrifying. And then, so she figures it's Jobin out, like, halfway through the conversation. Yeah, he said Jobin figures she isn't a stand user, so he said Jobin would kill her family if she was.
Yeah, he literally says, like, if you were stand user, even your family wouldn't get off the hook.
And then,
which is very interesting to me.
We're gonna get like a child stand battle on a playground of like Sarugi and her daughter.
Well, it makes me wonder, like, because remember way back in JoJo, where it's like the idea that because Dio pierced himself with the stand arrow,
the entire family,
the entire bloodline.
Well,
so I wonder. Yeah, I wonder if we're going back to that idea where if someone is a stand user, everyone in their bloodline is. So
I figured it was like that for the Joestars, like maybe except for like Johnny's dad.
Maybe this is also just Jobin's misconception of how it works, because everyone. Well, we also don't know how they got their stands yet.
We don't have.
We literally don't know how they got their stands yet. So I guess we'll answer that later when we find out.
Probably, maybe, or maybe not.
Please tell me how they got their stands.
So yeah, he assumes she's Ojiro's girlfriend. So he basically just kills her, and then the daughter doesn't notice somehow of her like splashing in the pool or.
Well, she's listening to Old Town Road.
She's doing the old app.
She's doing the old app, but she has headphones in. She's listening to Old Town Road.
Sure.
Because that's the other topical reference.
I don't know what that song is.
You have heard.
Maybe I don't know the title.
Yeah, it's the one where Lil Nas. They had Billy Ray Cyrus on it.
It sounds familiar, but I've never listened to or seen it. I'm not going to watch it.
Well, whatever. Well, you'll hear it eventually.
So Ojiro is dead in the pool as well. So I kind of figured, like, if Jobin went there, did he go into the pool to try to cool off the burning too? Like, okay, that could be like that's why he knew.
Oh, maybe he did. That's an interesting. Yeah, maybe he jumped into the pool and died.
So when she falls in the pool, like, does the phone appear in the fall into the pool? Because it's
the phone fall. Yeah.
Okay, it's in there. I didn't see it in that picture, but there's like one panel where it's just like a bubble. And did that mean it didn't fall into the pool? But then
I had the same thought process.
So Jobin gets the plant, and one thing I don't really talk too much about, but at the end of every chapter is always this line, like just one thing, a dialogue, really short, and it says there was no hesitation. And I love like that one.
Yeah, sometimes it'll just be like a little blurb or
like what's gonna happen next. But I love that one.
Yeah, there was no hesitation. Was really good. Jobin is just fucking awesome.
So
what a cool character.
So some people were saying, what does this chapter really set up, like other than like
Nothing.
Speed King, like the ability? But so the phone is, I'm gonna guess, Paisley Park is to give, so Paisley Park can get the information on Jobin and everything there, because she, as long as it's finally on a phone, it's gonna go sent somewhere. She's gonna get it. They're oh, Jobin has a plant. All this stuff, like, because
they like, she is still like fixated on looking for it, whereas
the
others
look
weren't.
Up anything for Jobin, they can find that because it's just the man in the chair. Like, he's gonna find that stuff. So I think that's
you always see the man in the chair, the man behind the computer,
man in the chair, man in the chair behind the computer,
the man in the chair. It's so big.
Because they have like 6 monitors and you go around the chair like scooting around every, like, remember the NCIS clip of like there's like just hacking on 2 keyboards.
Yeah, it's incredible.
so yeah, I think because that's setting up for Paisley Park to find out about everything without like.
That's a really good point.
After they take care of Toru and the doctor, or maybe the doctor, who knows. And then that's it. I'm thinking that it's gonna set up that, and then we still have 3 days left with the countdown.
Yeah. So the countdown that we're given is till harvest 3 days, 1 hour, 19 minutes, which is like almost exactly 2 days after the last time we were shown. Because I think it was actually when Makarin and Ojiro met last time. It was the time listed was 5 days, 1 hour, and 5 minutes. So this was like two days have passed since their initial plan to their death.
When was the Gappy in the hospital?
That was sometime unconfirmed. It must have been sometimes. Oh no, wait. Gappy in the hospital was 6 days ago.
Okay,
yes. So that was 6 days ago. So that was.
We still have this giant amount of time what they were doing during this, which I'm guessing is going to be dealing with Toru and the doctor.
Yeah.
So, what's it called? And that's like my main thing. I'm guessing that like Paisley Park that's why the phone's there, and the phone's such a big issue, and Jobin realizing like, okay, we can't screw around. People are coming out of the woodwork. We need to like take them out quickly. And this is like, kind of crazy how like a stand fight this was like. Hardly, because like it was so quick where everything else was like drawn up to like 6 to 8 parts for a stand fight. But I feel like Part 8 ones have been, like, shorter.
Yeah, that's what I really love about JoJo. I was thinking about this today, because, like, the stand fights, especially in Part 5, are so much more different from Part 8. Like, Part 8, it really comes down to, like, what is the one decisive move that needs to be made? And in this one, it was just Jobin literally doing nothing.
Jobin playing
dead. The decisive move was Jobin literally not doing anything.
And hoping he would steal his money that he just, like, had glistening out of his, like, side pocket.
Whereas if you look at, like, some of them if you look at the White Album fight, there's so much build up and there's so many elements to it, and it's so complex. Not saying that, like, Dr. Wu fight wasn't complex,
but it's also that was also, like, a very physical battle. Like, them just keep having to shoot him with bullets.
Yeah.
And, where Dr. Wu was just, like, running away and then getting him, blowing him into the AZ and then wrapping him up with medical tape and throwing him out the window.
I feel like Part 6 is like that too a lot, where a lot of the fights are pretty, not want to say drawn out, but there's a lot of elements to them, or there's a lot of, like, scene transitions. Like Marilyn Manson, there's, like, a lot of movement in that fight.
Yeah, I love that. That's, like, one of the best ones.
Yeah. This one, it's, like, with the simplicity of the stand designs now, Araki, it's almost like his idea is just to make everything flow as simply as possible.
And remember with, like, what's it called? Urban Gorilla, they had it just, like, them, like, staying really high up. Like, we get to go to the ground. It's very dangerous. It's like Tremors. We can't get to the ground.
That one did have the awesome scene where Mamazuku turned his arm into a crossbow and shot a fork at him.
The only time he did a stand did something before he falls apart into nothingness.
That's the coolest shit ever. Literally coolest shit ever.
Remember we got turned to rags, he was slowly, like, putting himself back together.
I'll never forget that. It's my favorite part.
The face is so funny. But the other show we saw, they colorized, like, the Ozone Baby, Poor Tom thing, and Poor Tom, I think I sent you the picture, but just, like, Poor Tom is just disgusting in color than he was in black and white.
I bet. He's a disgusting... He's not even a gremlin. He's, like, below a gremlin.
He's a baby, man. He's a boss baby. So, what's it called? So, you have any prediction? Because, like, what do you think chapter 89? 89 years old.
89 years old. Very fucking funny. Predictions? I don't know. Like, I really thought that this was going to bloom into, like, a whole thing we're going to tie... I know you're going to laugh at me, but, like, I really thought that Holly was going to be relevant again for a minute.
You wish.
Not even as, like, the main villain meme, blah, 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 that I always say. But I really thought when he tied Holly... Because I was wondering, like, Ojo can't just be working for this one, like, land developer lady. Like, that's too weird. But I guess it was.
I guess so. She want to ruin the Hishikata family and get the land for herself.
Well, okay, so here's another counter way of looking at it. So... the consequences of Tsurugi maybe hurting her child made Makarin go crazy. Mm-hmm. So maybe the death of Makarin will have even bigger consequences with, like...
the PTA.
I don't even know.
Mitsuba's PTA, like, adventure.
I don't know. Like, yeah, that's the thing. I would
read a part of just Mitsuba trying to take care of the PTA fight. Like, have to fight every PTA member.
How fucking cool would that be?
I'd buy that.
Or my other epic funny fan theory is that Makarin will just develop a stand right now.
She's dead. Her daughter gonna go for a Kill Bill style. So do you think we're gonna catch back up with like Yasho or Gappy and Planet Praiser?
I don't see where else
you go back.
It would go with Jobin right now.
Think we're going with the Toru stuff, or you think we're gonna go with the Doctor stuff? What are you thinking?
I really hope we get Yasuho, because the whole Toru Yasuho dynamic has been, like, the thing that I am most interested in Part 8 for, like,
see Gappy fight him so bad. Time.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
We gotta see if that stand is his or not that we saw in the hospital.
Yeah.
One thing I did want to mention, where I said in the translation they retitled the
TG. What was it?
The head doctor in the TG hospital. I think they renamed it to.
So you're referring to in the Takoban version of JoJo, they've retitled these.
Yes.
So it was originally called the head doctor of TG University Hospitals Part 1 through 3.
You sent me so many. I had it in the messages because you sent me so much about Detroit.
I'll vamp. There's this
you put so much Detroit. Okay, I found because I see the JoJo memes now.
The JoJo memes. my fan theory.
We're debating on names like local surfer invades fruit seller's home and then throws a child into a window, like Florida Man.
My fan theory.
Okay, here it is.
Okay.
Found it. The Wonder of You, the Miracle of Your Love, which I think the Wonder of You is an Elvis Presley song.
Huh.
The Miracle of Your Love I did not really find. Or just other songs that were like other words like scrambled up.
The Wonder of You. I've never heard that reference before. I think that's very interesting.
First, I think Elvis is really like a reference. No, Jailhouse.
Wasn't
Lock.
Blue Hawaii?
Was Blue Hawaii? Hey, Blue Hawaii was in a Jailhouse Lock because Jailhouse Rock.
Yes.
Or he's used Elvis before.
The Wonder of You is an Elvis song.
Yes.
Huh.
And the other one was like just I didn't really get something off of that.
So.
But yes.
Do you think that what's his face, Rice Pirate Mick was he let out a sigh of relief when apparently I guess it's not going to be called Black Hole Sun?
Well, we don't know that the head is referring to the head doctor or referring to Toru, or maybe Toru is the head doctor, or maybe it's both.
Isn't it great how many mysteries there still are?
Too many.
I legitimately love all the mysteries right now. I think
who was that baby that washed on shore that one time?
Oh, we'll never know.
Who was that one handsome-looking man in that one panel that?
Oh my god, that fucking bugs the hell out of me. I literally I hate to say it, ladies and gentlemen. I think that is an Iraqi forgot moment.
People thought he was Damo before he made him a fat man.
It's possible. It's very possible. Because it kind of has a resemblance to Damo. If you squint. If you're drunk and you squint.
His design before he became like a fat man that's basically like Pesci's like long lost brother. So
did you have any other theories? I think we didn't really talk about yours.
The Paisley Park thing was like my main thing.
Oh, that's right.
The main connection. It's just so they could like if they need to get it quickly. Oh, we need to go after Jobin. There it is.
Yeah.
So
that seems to like redirect everything back into a very neat way.
Yeah. And we still have to learn, the Norisuke stuff.
Norisuke.
I'm gonna say I don't care.
It's not that hard. It's easier. It's literally easier.
I don't care. I've been working in like 100-degree weather today, man.
Excuses.
I don't need to pronounce. I don't get paid to pronounce stuff correctly.
I don't get paid anything.
Exactly. So, but yeah, I think I'm just really hope to get back to Toru stuff because everybody wants to see this Toru stuff go and see him get his shit. What if he just is? What if he is just a good guy and just kind of?
He's my boy. I love Toru.
Way overly not over Yasho, but he's just not like a crazy lovebird.
He's definitely not a good guy because he's already extremely creepy.
He's not a good person.
He's already been extremely controlling and creepy.
So
we know he's not a good guy.
And acting very mysterious with the whole help me with this patient bystander.
Yeah.
Which is not weird at all.
Yeah, right.
And then I'm excited for another I want a cool stand design because that one looked really cool. The one that appeared in the stairway, I want to see that in motion or action. It looked like something that kind of will get close to you.
It looks really cool. It was awesome little panel where it's slice and gap.
So we'll see. Anything else? Any other theories you had?
Not really. I think I talked about everything I wanted to mention. Yeah, pretty much. Jojo's pretty good.
Yeah, Jobin's main villain, maybe.
Jobin is my favorite character.
Killer Speed King has already touched that cell phone.
Hilarious. That's true though. It literally is
it's Killer Queen, but not nearly as zero evidence or or clean. It's just they're just burning slowly and you're just
yeah. The one benefit of having Killer Queen's power. So, okay, for one final prediction, if it is supposed to be a nod to Killer Queen, then maybe we'll get some cool evolutions or secondary abilities.
The fan theory of Gappy dual-wielding Killer Queen and Soften Wet.
I can't even fucking, imagine that.
It'd be insane. But also, I was kind of hoping that when he heated up the phone, it was just gonna explode, because there were cases of people's phone when the battery gets so hot, it just explodes. So I was kind of hoping that, and then just her just falling to pool because this explosion is going off. It would have been
Yeah, but I think
crazy.
The fact that there is emphasis on the phone lends credence to your theory that we probably will see Yasuho.
Yeah, the phone's fine in the water, and once data send, it's in the cloud, right?
It's in the cloud.
It's in the cloud.
And we know that Yasuho's stand is pretty much just the cloud.
To do whatever it wants.
Yeah.
As long as on the internet it exists.
But yeah, fuck yeah. Hell yeah, I love JoJo.
Yeah, I'm excited. I see, we're catching up to, I think Steel Ball Run had 96, I think it was, chapters? Total?
Yeah, the issue with that is...
The weekly, and then it went to monthly.
Yeah, so the chapters ended up being longer later on. Yeah. Because when they were still part of Shonen Jump, they were shorter. So technically, part 8 is longer than Steel Ball Run, I think, page-wise.
But people want to go by chapter-wise. They're going to pay
It just makes more sense.
Page shit.
Yeah. I think... Wait, is part 8... I can't remember if part 8's going to be the longest, or if it's nearing the, if it is longest.
I think it will. It might be longest page-wise now. I think.
Yeah, I need to double check.
I remember that because I think it's the longest page length now, and then it's not chapter-wise yet though.
Yeah.
I remember Steel Ball 1 had like 15 like the arc at the end had like 15 parts to them or some shit. And
I think it was the Love Train or whatever.
Yeah, it had like that, and like D4C had like a million chapters. And this one, I don't think, doesn't feel like it had that many parts. I think other than like the Soft and Wet one, I think felt like it had a lot of parts to it, like the first kind of Ojiro stuff. But that's also like worked as the introductions to Gappy and everything.
Yeah, that also has like as you said, like that really is mostly just him. What's it called? I can't think of words. His introduction.
Yeah. So it's kind of nice to have a part where like not everything's like a 20 like a 8-page arc or 8-chapter arc or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Wow, this is so weird. So this is a post from 2014, and at the time JoJolion was only 35 chapters long.
Oh my god, look where we are now.
That's so weird. Where Stibble runs 95 chapters, so...
Yeah, okay. You think they're gonna end it at 95, or around 95, or we're going to 100?
I mean, who fucking knows? I feel like he could go on for another, like, 20, easily. Easily. I know. I don't see it wrapping up with under 100, though.
So we can get part 9 with Diego Brando's illegitimate child, Giorno Giovanna.
Part 9 isn't technically confirmed. Don't get your hopes up too much.
I'm just bullshitting. You're not gonna like I say it's confirmed. I'm like, well, you don't want Diego Brando's son?
Hey, I would love that.
Dio.
Yeah, hilarious. That'd be great.
It'd be great. No, but
all right. We should wrap this up. Do you want to give me the? What are they called? The plugs. Do you want to do the plugs?
Oh, yeah, my job.
It is your job. While I sit back and sip a drink.
Yeah, thank you very much for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Leave some comments about, your theories. I think the phone is definitely the way to get the gang back together. Any other little theories you got from this chapter, let us know. And if you have a special question or anything, or
if you want to laugh at how bad my theories were from last time, you can.
They already did.
Just put Lamau.
Everybody already while they were reading it, just laughed. Haha, Jim's an idiot.
As they should. As they should.
Like Jim said earlier, you can. There's also many platforms where you can listen.
Just look at us Jokakaka podcast generally.
I think was it one more week until we get the last JoJo episode for anime?
Jeez, oh my god, you're right.
It's been 2 weeks as of today, I think.
Yeah.
Does it come back next week or the week after that?
No, it's not a Friday.
I think it's a Sunday.
It's going to be Sunday, yeah.
So whenever that happens...
I'm pretty sure it's going to be the 28th. Is it this is the 28th?
I guess so. Let's take your word. So whenever that happens, we will have our part 5 discussion about that, probably about the last episode, and then probably go with like the all around part 5 anime thoughts and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, I want to do like a hyper long one for that. Just be like, part 5,
like our old spoiler cast kind of stuff.
Yeah,
kind of be cool to kind of go back to like what we thought originally and what we
that would be
when we got to the end, because there are some things where I like better in the manga and stuff I like better in the anime.
You should listen to our original part 5.
I don't like listening to that stuff.
Or horrible mic quality.
Yes, and then what's called. We have a Hunter x Hunter discussion. We talked about the Great Island arc. There's an episode we did about Shield Hero. We have a couple little things like that.
Shield Hero.
And then once the part 5 anime ends, we're not really sure what we're gonna throw out there for JoJo until part 6 happens. Maybe watch
part 6 never.
We were discussing about maybe watching the OVA, the part 3 OVA.
I would love to. I would unironically love to.
So we might do that as like.
Even though I hate part 3. Just kidding.
Yeah, you still need to reread it, and we still need to do our. We just broke out for 1. We didn't do it for 1, 2, 3. Did we do 4?
No, we haven't done through the 1 through 4.
Okay, so maybe that.
Look forward to those, I guess.
And then, whenever I finish Chimera and Arc, we'll have that done.
Oh my god, epic. I can't wait.
All right. I think that's all the plugs, right?
Yes.
All right. Anything else?
No. Thank you so much for listening to us again. I love. Please leave a comment, as we already said. I read everyone and I love them and they give me life.
He does.
And I send the good ones to Sam. Or I send the funny ones to Sam.
This is the good ones, the funny ones.
Most of them are good, though, I have to say. You guys, for fan base...
For fans, you're alright.
For fans, you're pretty cool. No, I'm kidding. I legitimately love and appreciate all of you. Alright. Thank you. Have a great night.
Bye. Bye-bye.